Yeah, I've really been thinking about this one, as the title says. I think Krampus is really important, and really important symbol he is. Krampus is coming to town this Christmas. I truly believe that. And what do I mean? Well, I did a little research on Krampus because I thought it was just a made up horror story just to kind of be a foil to Santa Claus. But apparently, he's got a really long mythological past, and apparently, it's an Austrian tradition to essentially have this shadow of Santa Claus and remind everyone to be good and not to be naughty. There's a flip side. There's a flip side to the spiritual and cultural implications of Santa Claus. And this is very important because for a lot of people, for I think maybe even a majority of people, people don't appreciate Christmas. People have turned it into a commercial ridiculous mess. They've turned it into its own, gluttonous, self worship, paganistic thing. And I don't mean paganism as Hail Zeus and Hail Odin. I mean, the idols of consumerism, the idols of self comfort and self love, which is not the same as the true meaning of Christmas. Um, so I'm going to bring up Krampus, and I think Krampus we need to bring up more. I think people are going to get a lot of coals in their stocking, especially seeing as how a lot of people are starting to wonder about canceling Christmas. Um, how many people truly show Christmas joy anymore? Outside of the pleasure of Christmas, how many people are charitable during this time? How many people are praying to the Lord and engaging Him? How many people are reflecting and preparing themselves through Advent? Advent tells us that it isn't just about little baby Jesus, but that He's also coming to judge the world for sin. So if you don't get your act right, and if you reject Jesus and you don't want Him to save you, well, He's going to judge you on that. He's going to say, "You fool, woe to you," right? Well, I think Krampus is a perfect symbol of woe to you, you hypocrite, or you lukewarm, or you people that are just you made it all about yourself. You bastardized it. You mocked it. You corrupted. You've killed the childlike spirit of Christmas. There's uh, minus maybe drink too much eggnog, then you have a little bit of that spirit. But even people that are drunk may not be good to be around. Um, and honestly, Krampus is also a good symbol of the reality of how sin actually works, right? Especially this very silly movie they made off it, the horror comedy movie Krampus. It's a ridiculous movie, but you see that the misery of the family. I think it was a bit overkill for them to be dragged to hell, but the misery of the family and their foolishness and their self-centeredness and their just complete egoism and them not getting along is kind of like this. There's like this spiritual shift that happens over the town, and the goblins and Krampus come out, and it's like an evil side of winter, kind of like in Narnia, where it's winter but never Christmas. It's always winter and never Christmas, right? The blizzard, the dark snow, the scary side of winter comes out, and it represents what's inside of them, the muck, the rottenness, right? That's a very artistic way of looking at sin. We think we need more artistic ways of looking at it. We need more oil and water, yin and yang. This is inherently poisonous. It poisons the soul. It poisons the heart. It makes us angry and upset and cold. Right? That's what sin is. And God, Jesus, the baby Jesus, brings us lightness and freedom and giving and selflessness and happiness and joy and sharing, right? It's such a shame how far we've come where we've forgotten those basics. I think a lot of people think it's arbitrary rules, and that's one of the reasons why they gave up on God, but also just because people don't even reflect on this. And y'all also have to watch, the George C. Scott A Christmas Carol. That's the best version of that adaptation of that book. Come on, let's get back to the basics here before Krampus comes, right? Uh, so this is just a little bit of a mini discussion, which is a bit of a reflection of what I'll be talking about 1 p.m. Eastern this Saturday, on whether or not you're following the devil or the Lord when it comes to the Luciferian spirit, which is the spirit of self-worship, or when it comes to the Greco-Roman spirit, which is idolizing or fetishizing one aspect like shopping and money and popularity and all these temporal things versus the infinite. That is at the heart of true Christianity, detaching yourself from these idols which never satisfy, including yourself, which can be an idol in of itself, and pointing yourself towards something higher that is infinite, right? And that's at the heart of Christmas too, right? If we don't have that, we're no better than the stubborn, stiff-necked Jews that didn't accept Christ, or the stubborn, stiff-necked Democrats who want to cancel Christ. So, please come out to the discussion, and I'll see you there.